Hi, my name is Tanya Curtis and I'm a behaviour specialist and director of FABIC. FABIC is a behaviour specialist centre based on the Gold Coast that's based on supporting people to understand and change unwanted behaviour. Unwanted behaviour is something that we all use. We all use behaviours we'd prefer not to. And in times we've often gone about trying to change our unwanted behaviours but not actually understood the reason why. So therefore our attempts to change the behaviour have been a little bit hit and miss. But FABIC is a word that stands for Functional Assessment and Behavioural Interventions Clinic. Everything we do at FABIC is based on the scientific premise of functional assessment, which is basically saying that all behaviours are happening for a reason. It doesn't actually matter what the behaviour looks like. We're actually more interested in the reason why the behaviour is occurring. So our assumption is all behaviour, no matter what it looks like, is actually happening for a reason. Also combined with the scientific process of functional assessment, we've adopted the definition of anxiety as anxiety is a result of a person not feeling completely equipped to respond to what's in front of them. So we've microanalyzed that definition and we understand that anxiety is what comes from the body. Not feeling equipped is a result of the person not perceiving that they have the required skills to respond to what's in front of them. And what we say is what's in front of a person is life. And we're all in life all day, every day. Yeah, so right now you might have a camera in front of you, or you might have a screen in front of you, or an assignment in front of you, or a person in front of you. But also what's in front of you is the rest of today. Or what's in front of you is the rest of your month, the rest of this year, the rest of your life. And whenever we perceive life presenting to us something that we don't completely feel like we have the skills to respond to, our anxiety levels are going to increase. So based on our clinical experience, based on the theory of functional behaviour assessment, and based on the definition of anxiety, we've come together to form the program that we now call the Body Life Skills Program. And our basic assumption of the Body Life Skills Program is saying that our body is just a form of communication. From our body, we all use behaviours, we all use words, we all use thoughts, and we all have feelings. And sometimes those behaviours, words, thoughts and feelings are what we would say is thumbs up. Yeah, they're the wanted behaviours, words, thoughts and feelings. And those wanted behaviours, words, thoughts and feelings occur when a person is in an aspect of life that they perceive they have the required skills to respond to. But as soon as a person is presented with an aspect of life that they themselves do not perceive they have the required skills to respond to, their anxiety levels start to increase. And as soon as a person's anxiety level starts to increase, their body starts using behaviours, words, thoughts and feelings that some would consider as unwanted, or we would say as thumbs down. Yeah, but when in the Body Life Skills Program, we just simply say, okay, those behaviours, words, thoughts and feelings are happening, but my favourite question is to say, I wonder why. And so when we say, I wonder why, we're then going to say, well, I wonder why those unwanted behaviours, etc. are actually happening. And the I wonder why is then going into the assessment to say, well, let's try and understand how that person's actually experiencing life. And so when we understand how they're experiencing life, we're attempting to identify from that person's perspective what is the part of life that they themselves do not perceive they have all of the required skills to respond to. So when we identify the part of life that the person does not perceive that they're completely equipped to respond to, we just need to simply assume that that person may benefit from developing the skills to be able to develop required tools to respond to that part of life. But without the skills, a person's anxiety levels will continue to remain high, which means their unwanted behaviours will continue. So the simplicity of the Body Life Skills Program is saying that when a body starts presenting with symptoms of anxiety, which is just the slightest form of unwanted behaviours, words, thoughts and feelings, it's because there's a part of life that person does not perceive they have the skills. So when they have developed the skills, they then feel more comfortable or more equipped to respond to that part of life. So then their body remains at a level that's without anxiety and therefore wanted behaviours, until a new part of life is presented that that person may not perceive they've got the required skills to respond to. And then as a result, we then say, well, how can we ourselves or how can another person develop the skills to respond to that part of life? So as a result, it's a constant cycle. Yeah, the person is continually in the process, that person being you, me, any other person. The person is continually in a cycle of just observing their body, identifying the parts of life that they may benefit from developing the skills, and then being a student of life to be able to develop the skills to respond to that part of life. And that encompasses, very briefly, the Body Life Skills program.